Why the fuck do you care? Yeah, exactly. White man. Makes sense. Stream is up. Mic is hot. Alright, I am alive. Somehow. Hello, Jindra, how is you? What?
Oh, it's like, check out this, limited edition. It has pretty much animated.
What?
At the same time?
It's a Colgate, so it's toothpaste?
Yes.
What? Why? Why? I'll be real. Capitalism's dumb. Should have burned in a fire.
I'm not convinced
Yeah, no. And if it is, capitalism's dumb. Should burn to the ground. Anyway.
Well, capitalism is dumb either way, because if it's not real, that means that someone's just posting it as rage bait.
Yeah.
Get money from that.
True. Oh, okay.
What?
I was like, why are you reaching on my desk?
I just start playing your game for you.
I'd be like, babe? Ah, I want to do grinding. Grinding in games that seemingly have no end. Jindra bonking me? Who are you bonking? I assume me. What? What? Jesus Christ. Alright, my fiance took the double entendre meaning of grinding this time. But yeah, how is you, Jindra? Anyway, this is the first time I'm streaming Megabonk. If you are not familiar with the game known as Megabonk, the dev basically said, what if Vampire Survivors was Mimi and also 3D? That's basically what it is. Like, that is the short version. It is a Survivor, like, in the incredible incredibly long-listed genre of survival likes at this point. Much like Hollow Cure, much like Deep Rock Galactic Survivors, it's got those rogue-like elements where, you know, you get random stuff as you play the game. You are intended to survive from the start to the end of the round, and once the round ends, that's all she wrote. Megabonk has a bit of a progression system, which I find to be like Deep Rock Galactic Survivors, in that it's multi-staged, provided you're on the correct tier in this case. Otherwise, like, you have 10 minutes on one stage, go on the lowest tier. And there's a good deal of progression stuff that's good for the old dopamine receptors. In no short order, let's take a look at the quests, because I've done all the character stuff, all the weapon stuff. There's only one tome that I'm missing, and it is a pain in the ass to do. Most of the item things, the rest of these are just specific requirements. Defeat a boss as Athena, landing the killing blow with Aegis. Kill 5,000 enemies as a specific character. Kill 100 enemies with thorns damage. This is a very specific kind of enemy. They're cactus enemies. Kill 10,000 enemies using a specific weapon. Reach level 50 as a specific character. 2 general challenges I've not met, which is complete 20 and 30 challenges, which are these. These are things that you can do after you beat the tier. And then skins, which I have no earthly idea if I would even sit down and do all of these. That just seems like a lot of superfluous work. But hey, at least this game lets you unlock your skins, unlike most games where you are, you know, expected to buy this shit. But that's just the unlocks. As you can tell, I have all of the characters that are at least presently released. I don't know if the dev is actively working on this game still. Yeah, grindy, 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 grind. Frankly, I'm fine with it. This game is not meant to be the longest lasting of video games. It is meant to have replayability, as it were. So once you are done with one run, you will come back and play another run. You can see Fox has a star. The star means that I have done everything that is related to Fox. I have all of the skins, which requires me to hit at least rank 100 as the character. So I've done a lot of work. I've been working on Sir Ufi. As you can tell, this is Vampire Survivors if it was just a little bit more memey. His name is Sir Ufi. This is Calcium. That's Mega Chad instead of Giga Chad. Legally distinct. This is clearly an orc, but it's an ogre. This is Clank. Apparently his name is not pronounceable. This is Athena, which is apparently this is apparently Timu Captain America. Robin Net. Monkey. Tony McZoom. I didn't get this one at first until I heard Marty McFly, and I'm like, oh. Bush. Just normal Bush. Birdo. Noel. I love that description. The Megabonk Discord bullied me into creating this character. Amog. Spaceman. Bandit. The portrait doesn't match his character icon because he actually has a red mask. Ninja. Very fast and elusive. Hasn't filed his taxes since 2014. He's cooked. Vlad. Sir Chadwell. Sir Ufi's wife's boyfriend. Bought him new armor and lets him stay up past 8:30. Nice guy. And Dice Head. His favorite number is 7. Who's going to tell him the bad news? You know, because he's a 6-sided die, so it doesn't actually go up to 7. Anyway. So I've been working on Sir Ufi. Part of how I've been working this is that the game will track who has cleared each tier individually, because as you can see, I've actually cleared tier 3 as Birdo, but it doesn't retroactively count me doing that. Apparently my challenge completion of this tier has Calcium counted for Calcium, so I don't have to do it again at that tier. But I've just been doing it, clearing these challenges. My next challenge is Oh No, which is a difficulty boost. After that is Oh Shit. And then after that is What the Fuck. This game is frankly unironically hilarious at times. Like, it has gotten a handful of chuckles out of me as somebody that is more or less chronically online. The challenges are similar. Hyper, gotta go fast. The floor is lava, lava will appear. That's also something I noted, is that these two maps have different challenge modes for the different tiers. The varying tiers also have different challenges. While this one is pretty simplistic and just repeats of the previous tiers, they don't have just the one same challenge going all the way up to tier 3. Like, this also has turbo mode, fragile, small boy, AFK gaming, which was actually pretty hard because that was literally, you are not able to move. Now lasts for 10 minutes. Blind was interesting, but not as hard. Sticks and stones, weird weird controls. I hated that. I can't describe to you and get the same effect to you how that felt. It inverted my mouse controls and flipped my keyboard controls on me. Alright, now play that. I cannot describe to you how that was to play. That was fucking hell. And I beat it, and I never want to touch it again. Now do all the challenges at once. Sadly, you are not able to. You can only do one challenge at a time. Because otherwise you'd have Speedrunner and Speedrunner Plus, which would clash. You also have Pacifist and things like AFK Gaming, which would literally make it so that's not possible. And then these all three conflict. Turbo mode conflicts with Sticks and Stones. Oh, I forgot about Fragile. Fragile was interesting. I'm surprised I beat that. Because Fragile was take a hit, die. No ifs, ands, or buts. So you have to beat it hitless. But yeah, now I'm doing difficulty up. Also, the music's a banger. The names are funny, though. You can't stop my bunk. Unbunkable. Wednesday morning bunk. It's 9 a.m. The final bunk. Plank's theme. No bunk, no life. Bonking in the sand. This one's just slightly cringy, but also she mega on my bunk all night long. Ayo. Colossal bunk. Big spooky bunk. Bunk me up before you go. Wonder bunk. The bunks are coming. They're fast as fuck. The first bunk. Big bunk theory. I can't stop bunking. Help. Mega Chad's theme. Dicey theme. Rise of the bunk. Calcium's theme. All my friends are bonking. I'm gonna bonk alone tonight. And that's it. They are all unironically bangers, though. Like, the music in this game is really, really good. Before I get too far, I know I turned down the settings because I was listening to other stuff. Oh, by the way, this starts on 69. Nice. And no, I'm not joking. The master volume starts on 69. Turn that up so you're able to hear it better. Hopefully it does not echo through my speakers. It might, as a warning. Challenge. Oh no. It is coming through. There is some audio bleed. That could be solved with a simple noise gate. That's on me. Before I go too much further, actually, let me... Actually, there is a limiter. Oh, that's a limiter, not a noise gate. Let's add a noise gate. Okay, pop. We're gonna see if that is sufficient. Anyway, of these choices, I'm gonna pick thorns. Okay, that seems to be a sufficient noise gate. We'll leave it at that. So Sir Oofy starts with the sword. Probably the best character to start with as far as like, hey, are you familiar with this genre? This is a character without a ranged option to start. I have a challenge that asks me to use the Dexecutioner, which, as an unlocked weapon, is literally just the stab. The boss gate. I don't want to activate that yet. Especially not on heightened difficulty. And from here, it's what you expect it to be. It is a survivor-like. Though with a little bit of movement tech. I don't know if you can do this, but as you can maybe see, also about halfway through Saga 3, assuming that it follows progression of FFL3. I don't know what that abbreviation is. But sounds good, Jindra. Hell yeah. But you might note that moving around, I'm pretty slow. Oh, Final Fantasy Legend 3. Right, because those are Saga games. Like, you might note, pretty slow. Even jumping normally without doing the tech. I don't go that fast. Through big size. Ow. Through playing enough, though, I've learned that there's a little bit of movement tech. I don't know if it's intentional, but if you hold two directions, forward and left, and then move the camera counterclockwise, and then, like, kind of do it back and forth a little bit, you pick up momentum. I believe that is bunny hopping. So, you know, Frostwalkers. We need something for proximity and to slow these fuckers down. As far as I'm concerned, that means I shouldn't get the projectile count tome. Let's do attack speed so that fires off more often. But it's how I did Speedrunner and Speedrunner Plus. Because you need to fucking mosey around the map if you're gonna get enough stuff to actually do Speedrunner and Speedrunner Plus. Because normally you have 10 minutes plus to beat the boss and then be done. With Speedrunner, you only have 6 minutes. And you may note, Mana, hey, you didn't say 6 minutes plus. Yeah, because on Speedrunner, the challenge anyway, once 6 minutes is up, you just die. Just die. You don't beat the boss, you just die. So you gotta do it in 6 minutes. Speedrunner Plus, you have 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Otherwise, you just die. Believe it or not, of these one size. I know what I'm doing. It's not the most optimal choice, but we don't need to be tankier. But otherwise, like, these guys in fedoras, these shady guys, they're like merchants. They will sell you things depending on the color of their hat. Determines the base rarity of all the items that they can sell. If that guy has a purple hat, he can only sell epics and above. If it's just a black fedora, it's commons and above. Or uncommons, even. Because green is uncommon. If it's yellow, it's all legendaries, which is the highest rarity. I have not opened up a single goddamn chest, I just realized. Yeah, let's just get our weapons out of the way. Protect it. So it costs money. I will take the spiky shield, thank you. Because there's natural synergy with that one. because Sir Ufi, when he levels up, he gets armor. The spiked shield gives you... what was it? Is it 2 thorns? Yeah, 2 thorns for every 1% armor and also 10% armor. So every level, that means I get 4 thorns. Because I believe it is, as Sir Ufi, you get 2% armor for every level. It might be 1%. If it's 1%, then it's just plus 2 thorns. But basically, with this, I have scaling armor. And right now I have 66 thorns, which will KO just about any enemy that touches me. Magnet. It's actually called a Shrine of Suck. 2 C's. Don't worry about it. We don't want the Cursed Tome this time for very obvious reasons. Bloody Tome, Armor Tome, because more synergy is better. That's plus 24 thorns. Multi-cheese, my beloved. Oh my god. Unironically, though. Unironically, moldy cheese, my beloved. That is such a good item, too. Poison is not to be underestimated. My god, the number of times I have used poison in any A Survivor or roguelite. And I've been like... but actually... So we got size, we got cooldown, we have armor. Shield. Alright, we're maxed out on tomes, we're maxed out on weapons. That is Greed Shrine. Just because of this difficulty modifier, I don't want to hit that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Oh, I should let that animation play out. I am so used to the way that I play. Hang on. Are you ready? What's that chest? You want to be opened? You want to be opened? Is that a yes? Well, why didn't you say so sooner? Basic bitch one. But... you get that dopamine rush when you open these chests, too. Because taking a page out of Vampire Survivors' book, because the game was designed by a fucking casino, like, game designer or some shit. I forget what he actually is. But, like, it is explicitly designed to, like, flood your dopamine senses as you open the fucking box. It's just unlike Vampire Survivors, you only get 1 reward instead of up to fucking 5. Because every time you open a chest, it's like pulling the lever of a one-armed bandit. But as you've noticed, probably so far, I've had shit luck. I haven't gotten anything cool out of a box. Oh, you some charge shrines. If you get knocked out of them, they basically just reset. Actually... crit chance. Because we crit, we do double damage, which is already way better than just increasing our damage by a little bit. I'd say less. Duration is cute, but we don't want nor need that. Faster attacks. Upgrade the lightning staff. At this point, it may be a good idea to actually open up the boss portal. Grab our shield. We want so much shield because, like, if I get touched by any of these enemies, or get hit by that, it does a lot of damage. And we can take one... we can soak one hit with the shield, even if it's got, like, 1 shield left before our HP starts taking damage. But we do, like, 100 thorns, so, like... we literally just run into people and they die. Ooh, actually that. Now would be a good time to open the boss gate, I think. 2 moldy cheese! So much poison. There we go! That's only a rare. But that's what it looks like when the rarity is up. And even pitches up in music, like, it makes you pay attention, because you're like, oh! Like, so much of this game feels like fucking parody. And also, it does the Risk of Rain 2 thing, where, like, obviously Risk of Rain 2 is a very easy comparison to this game. Because, like, you're running around in a 3D environment where you're able to jump and everything, you just don't have, like, a list of abilities. But you're fighting off enemies, you can activate challenge shrines and stuff, you open up chests using money for some fucking reason. Like, here, a challenge. These little bastards just explode. So my thorn is useless because I can't kill them by impacting them. But that's okay, because they died due to poison. Good chance up. Master attacks. Ooh, key. That one's nice, because there is now a 10% chance when I open a chest, it is free. And when it's free, the price doesn't increase. To explain how that works. Probably need the movement tech on my way over. Swarm! No, this run's good. I think this one will take it. I just gotta get over there first. It's cute. I think we'll do damage to elites, because the guys with crowns are elites, and pretty much anything that can apply to your weapons will also apply to your thorns. Believe it or not. Like, I actually found this out the hard way, thanks to Pacifist. I learned so much from that fucking Pacifist run. Hey, guy with a blue fedora. Of course I'm broke. And of those, I'd actually take the Demonic Blade, since we now have some crit. Like, every third attack, roughly, little more than that, like every fourth-ish attack will crit. So if we take the Demonic Blade, every fourth crit will heal me. Not hugely necessary, but that's just more nice to have, because otherwise it's +1 projectile, which applies to most of my weapons, I'm not gonna lie, but we don't want to, like, just make the choice to take that. We'd rather pick that up from a chest. Getting just natural crit damage is nice. We'll take an extra jump, actually. You have a purple hat, though. Hello? Okay, slurp gloves. A little bit more shield. I will take more attack speed. Size at this point. Ew, no. That's Scully. He increases the difficulty. There are instances where you want something like Scully. Just not right now. Because increased difficulty means more enemies spawn, which you would think is a bad thing. Because they're also made faster and hit harder and have more health. But the big thing is more enemies spawn, which means more gold and more EXP, meaning faster leveling and more ability to buy the chests. So really, difficulty is a double-edged sword. You can get too greedy by increasing your difficulty too fast. Yeah, exactly. More enemies, more EXP. So, do you take the difficulty boost with, like, the greed shrines and stuff? Or do you play it safe and avoid them? Because the greed shrines will also give you a little bit of gold for using them. Give me your money. 153. I demand 153 at least. The golden sneakers are nice, but this isn't going to last long enough to where I can really make good use of that. Terrible. But I have to awaken the boss, like, now if I don't want to get overwhelmed by the final swarm. Thank you. Hey, another demonic blade. I don't know if this is additive or multiplicative. And the difference being that if it's additive, this means that now I have a 1 in 2 chance on a crit of this proccing. I think it's multiplicative. Well, no. Well, it's additive. It's additive because there is something called a demonic shard, which gives you plus 50 health, but minus 50% HP regen. 2 of those will completely neutralize your HP regen. 3 of those you'll start taking damage. But that's based off of one item. I would have to look further into it. Suspect it's multiplicative, meaning that, like, they're rolled separately. Or rather, you suspect that they're separate rolls, not multiplicative. And that's what I suspect too, which is what I mean when I say multiplicative. Though I understand that is not necessarily what that means. Take armor. So the armor tome by itself is giving me like 110 thorn damage from levels 26. Maybe we're getting... That'd be weird. But we have 120 thorn damage from this one shield. And it's damage boosted if this is an elite enemy, because we do 10% more damage to elites. Oh, and also your thorn hits have a chance to crit, meaning that they would do double damage. So, there's a chance my thorn attacks are doing 240 damage. But Little Bark is dead. We have completed... Oh, no. Once you beat the boss, you get 10 seconds to breathe. All of the EXP that has been left on the map now gets sucked up to you. And now for the part where I can technically quit. Because after you beat the boss of the stage, you have 10 seconds to escape if there's time left over. There's more than 10 seconds anyway. Or in the case of stage 1, you have 10 seconds until your objective is just survive. Same for tier 2. There is no further progression, I just have to survive. Hey, that was free. You maybe didn't hear the, like, ping over my voice, but you can hear when the free, like, the key procs on a chest. They can also proc on the free chests, which make no fucking sense. It's like, hey, this thing that's free, it's free. It's like, cool. All right. So yeah, hey, how about that final swarm? Yeah. Does it look a little overwhelming? Good, because you're not supposed to survive it. One of the pieces of gear though that you can get, and there's an achievement tied to all the like unlocks really, is to survive this for 6 minutes. A minute's gone by, now it's getting really bad. FYI, I'm only going to survive as well as I can, because I have, like, I'm reducing the damage I take by 60%, and I'm dealing 120 damage back. But I don't have any sustain, so I'm just going to die. That's after a minute. And, for those unaware, I already did the survive for 6 minutes thing. I did it with Sir Ufi. That was not that easy, but it was a combination of armor, shields, and a lot of health regen. Imagine if you had some form of percentage-based vampirism. Yeah, imagine, because there is lifesteal, but it doesn't work how I know lifesteal to work from, like, League of Legends. It works in a percentage proc, rather. And what I mean by that is that you get a percent chance to heal 1 HP. That's a per hit basis. So, if you launch 100 projectiles and you have a 10% chance to get 1 HP, that means on average you will only recover 10 HP per 100 projectiles. It's not great, but it's about the only way that I could think that could be balanced. Because let's say you fired one projectile, but it hits 10 targets. That one projectile counts as 10 hits. On average, you get 1 HP off of a 10% lifesteal chance. Alright, now imagine that you had 100 of those projectiles, so now you hit 1,000 targets. Maybe more. Some targets you hit multiple times. On average, you just recovered 100 HP. Alright, now make that 100% lifesteal. You see where I'm going? Like, what if it was based on how much damage you did? You did 19 damage a hit. 10% is like you recover 1 HP, 1.9 to be exact, so maybe round it to 2. But what if it's 100? Now you're doing 19 HP back every attack. Well, remember when I said Thorns also applies everything that you get to that? Hey, so what if you were dealt like 10 damage, but Thorns recoiled and did like 120 back? That doesn't seem right. That means you could never theoretically die unless they started doing more damage to you than you were doing back from Thorns. That gets really fucky in the scaling. So, the way lifesteal works in this game is about as fair and balanced as you could make it. Whenever you complete a quest, you get some silver. As you can see, I have too much fucking silver at this point. The unlocks that I still have left that will cost anything is the Chaos Tome, the Cactus, fuck you, Kevin, Quinn's Mask, Gas Mask, Joe's Dagger, and the Bloody Cleaver. That's it. Oh, and skins. Skins cost money silver to unlock as well. Why it's silver and not gold that you get? That is your permanent currency? I don't know, go ask the dev. Frankly, I think he's made a base decision. Because gold is your temporary currency. Alright, now we're going to go on to Oh Shit Challenge. So, all the enemies have 1.5 times the HP, deal 1.5 times the damage, and move 1.5 times faster. If Oh No looked a little troubling, Oh Shit is going to look really bad. This is part of where, like, yep, that's why I do a little bit of my tryharding. Where, like, I do the movement tech and everything. Ooh, that's not very common. This is a legendary power shrine. Charge this one up. All your options are legendary. Let's do movement speed. Surufi's pretty slow, so just making him move faster means that the movement tech makes you move much faster. Me running fucking pacifist so many times actually makes me wary of opening a chest first thing. Because the way pacifist works is that you start the challenge and you have no weapons, period. You don't even get, like, this sword. The only damage you can do comes from items and tomes. As you can imagine, that was pretty hard. Not touching that bush. Bananarang. Oats. Brother. Me oats. Also, yes, that is a bananarang. Instead of a boomerang. I'll give you 3 guesses as to which character that is the starting weapon to, and the first 2 don't count. Hero Sword. Shield, Protect. Got enough to open another chest. She should know she's got an hour and a half, hour 25 minutes left. This Kato, I swear. Cursed doll, because Beacon. Yeah. Oh my god, cat court. Oh my god. Crit damage. Because 10% actually means that that's 2.2 times damage now. Math! Yeah, I saw it was low, so I'll fill it up. Golden Glove. Size tome's not bad. I am aiming to do size, projectile, crit chance for offensive tomes. This box. Another Cursed Doll! Cursed Doll's great, because it does, to regular enemies, 30% of their max health per tick. Ow. Explodey spiders. They're the worst. So, after about 4 ticks, enemies just die. I plan on getting the crit chance tome, so speaking of. And for defensive, I'm actually gonna go, since I want precision. Or not precision, but because I want projectile number, I am gonna go for lifesteal. Hey, Spiky Shield's back. It's not awfully common that you get like a legend or an epic twice in a row. That's not amazing, but we'll make use of it. Because if we just keep moving around, we'll just passively get gold. Since I want the lifesteal tome, let's just pick up lifesteal. Asian XP. Let's make that go faster. Skull, you. Backpack. Backpack's the one I want to pick because all of my weapons benefit from +1 projectile, which effectively would quadruple my damage output as a consequence. I have to kill the action, which feels unnatural to me because of ads. Alright. Get up, stretch, do what you gotta do in order to stay as healthy as you can be. Otherwise, don't go anywhere. We will be back with a more Megabonk. Need, like, the bonk sound clip. I'll see you guys in a bit. we're back. Now, to unceremoniously resume the game. Oh! Something I didn't fucking mention. If you hold control on a keyboard, your character will start sliding. That is another thing about this game. And is more movement tech. And is really fucking fun on the other map, not so much this map. This map, the forest is, from what I understand, the community's not so favorite map. I don't mind it as, like, the first stage because it's relatively small. It just has a lot of verticality. I do understand why people do not like this map, though. The desert is much more fun because of the, sliding. Ah, there's that stone golem. Look at that fucking HP bar. What is this, tier 3? Ah, demonic blood. For demonic soul, but this is just as good. It's hard to beat a scaling item. Kevin! This item's so fucking funny. Kevin hates you. 25% chance that Kevin will punch you whenever you hit an enemy. Kevin cannot kill you, but he really wants to. So, spoilers on the unlock conditions for Kevin. To get Kevin, it requires you to have previously unlocked the demonic shard, I believe the item is called. The item that gives you plus 50 HP, but minus 50% HP regen. You have to hold 3 of those items to unlock Kevin. Remember when I said that when you have 3 of those items, you actually start losing HP? Yeah, the whole idea is that Kevin basically does that. And you might think that Kevin is actually a bad item, but there are items that proc when you take damage. So... the fact that Kevin will make you take damage, but cannot kill you, is actually really good, depending on the item set you get. However, get the fuck out of here, Kevin. We do not stand this little prankster. We do not want him in our lives. Most of the time, I don't have the right items to actually make him effective, and even then, he's better if he shows up late when you already have, like, the item set that you, like, can make good and proper use with him. You don't want him early. Getting him early is basically a death sentence for your run. Because while he cannot kill you, the enemies that are chasing you certainly fucking can. Also, for the fragile run, I'm pretty sure if you pick up Kevin, you just instantly end your run. So, if you're doing the fragile challenge, don't take Kevin. Banish him. In fact, if you have the option available, just turn him off. Take a little bit more movement speed again. Yeah! So fast. Should do a refresh at this point. Because the enemies are scaling pretty scarily. That is a lot of goblins. Like, what makes this game pretty engaging is, for one, the third-person camera angle. It's not like Vampire Survivors where you get that, like, or Hollow Cure, where you get that, like, top-down perspective with the character, so you can see everything that's going on at all times. You only get this, like, limited field of view. You can also change the field of view slider. Gym Sauce. Which, I mean, is just a really cute way to call steroids, but hey. Remember, I said this game is, like, full of memes. Precision Tome, now 1 in every 4 hits crits. Dealing double damage. It's not gonna clip there. Oh my god. Get in there, Spike Shield. So the microwave duplicates your items. We're picking up Blade Tome now, even though we don't have the projectile tome. We just need the fucking life regen from something. Skeleton. Oh god, the bees! Not the bees! Ooh, Grandma's Secret Tonic. Crits have a 50% chance to explode and damage nearby enemies for 50% damage. Way to make me double down on doing crits. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Ah! Ow! Some of the stupid shit I do on stream that I don't even do privately. Just to make it more entertaining, so I'm yapping the whole time. Oh god. I fucking hate these bastards. Boss Shrine. That, if you activate, will make you fight another boss when a boss spawns. So, do that at your own discretion. It's like the Greed Shrine. Don't activate it if you don't think you're gonna win. But if you think you're gonna win, hey, that's an extra chest that'll drop if you kill both bosses, so, you know. Man, not lucky. But we'll take 20% lifesteal, so... There it is, Quantity Tome. Now we got our build. Do want to up the damage that we are dealing to. Oh, we actually have a 1 in 3 crit chance right now. Let's up katana damage. So let's get the fuck out of here. Oops. My only regret with the weapons that I've got is I don't have a weapon that will naturally appear or get an upgrade of crit damage up. Meaning that as it does crits, it does more damage. Hammer is so good. But we can live with that. Because just by increasing our overall damage, even though there aren't tomes for that, is good. Well, actually, spoke too soon. Because I like having at least one weapon that increases its crit damage if I do crit build. Which, again, hey, Thorns is affected by everything, including crit damage. So, you know, just do damage plus. Superior to damage to Elise plus. Katana. And that's going to be my damage dealer, then that needs more projectiles, so it crits more often and does more damage. Gym sauce. Magnet. Swarm incoming. It's basically play tome. We don't need to upgrade the crit chance on the katana, but the crit damage. Upgrading that just makes it better. Size plus. We hit more targets at once. That's just both at that point. It starts at 0%. So right now, if it's additive with what we've got, it's basically doing like 1.5 damage when it crits. But if it's multiplicative, then it's getting a little crazy. You got. Right, you have the backpack, which is just +1 projectile, period. Another burger. I saw 200 damage in there. Suck. Spawn the boss. At this point, this build's not going to get much better. We'll increase our crit chance. Quantity. That's a lot of stuff. A lot of EXP. Extra jump. I didn't like either of the other two options. Chunkum, get the fuck out of here. Who said you could be here? Jump height. Luck is not bad, it's just I don't have anything for luck. Well, hey, we won. That wasn't too bad. Slurp gloves. This isn't even the hardest difficulty yet. Well, the hardest difficulty challenge yet. I don't like skipping those, but sometimes I just see the options that it gives me. I'm like, dude, I got nothing. We do have Forbidden Juice, which increases crit chance. We should also go and check and see if the 324. Because I would imagine the legendary one breaks after one use. The regular microwave doesn't break until 3. And this has been consistent. Brother, give me oats. It's like the one reference I know with oats. Got enough? Because, yeah, with that, that's plus 30 crit chance. 30%, rather. Plus another 7%. We are now basically critting every attack. Like, there's a reason we haven't felt overwhelmed yet. It's because we're killing everything before it touches us. That's about to change. That's plus 15% evasion, which is not great, but whatever. Oh, we got touched. Plus another 10% crit. Don't mind if I do. You can over-crit. Yeah. But that requires that you have a, like, over 100% crit chance. That. Not super helpful. Woo! Nelly! Oh boy. Survival at this point is more of a suggestion. Oh hey, we're outside the map boundaries. But not really, there is an invisible wall. Whee! I'm flying, Mom! Oh, sweet Jesus! Oh, God! Help! Hey, that microwave is in fact not gone. Not that I can use it right now. Whee! Oh, sweet Jesus! And I died. Alright. So as you can tell, the longer you survive on the final swarm, the worse it gets. After a while, you are no longer in control, so it becomes a matter of, hey, genius, how are you gonna survive this one? And the answer is, you know, really, you don't. But also, you need to have the right build. And I had a semblance of the correct build, I just didn't have it done. Because to have it done, I need like 100% lifesteal chance, possibly 100 plus, because like super critting, you can also super lifesteal. So instead of stealing 1 HP, you can get 2, which is not much better. But after the point where all your attacks give you 1 HP, sometimes your attacks can give you 2. And if you're attacking fast enough, like with enough projectiles, possibly with enough attack cooldown, though really with enough projectiles that's inconsequential, you are effectively immortal until they just do too much damage. Because, like, yeah, your effective life regen is like 1,000 HP a second, but what happens when they just, you know, and you're down to 0 HP? You still die. All it takes is one powerful enough hit to kill you. So, you know, it's never about surviving until the game just no longer lets you survive. It's a matter of how long can you... Well, no, that's exactly what it is. How long can you survive? It's not surviving until you get bored. It's how long can you survive? Because eventually it's going to kill you. It's not if, it's when. Never a when. Or it was never, ow, 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 never an if. Anyway, this is, what the fuck, challenge. We're gonna see if I have just as good luck so far. Now, if you start by sliding on a hill, you don't take damage, but if you just hit flat ground, you'll... Oh, Jesus Christ, these goblins hurt. I cannot get them both. Lightning Staff. I don't like mines. They're okay, but I am not the right character for a duration build, and mines basically demand that you have duration. I've actually not touched the character for duration build, because that's the ogre. Who, again, is an orc, but the game's calling it an ogre, so, whatever. Pick that max HP is actually a small heal in this instance, and I need a little bit more HP. Poison Flask. Poison Flask is actually really good, but it is relatively short-ranged. Again, I am not, like, a duration build. Or this character's not good for one, anyway. Like, you could do one. But why would you? Because the primary weapon is not a duration weapon. And that would require you to luck into the other 3 weapons and do blood magic. Cursed Doll. Because everything's got so much HP that it's actually going to be more reliable if I'm not the one doing the direct damage. Demonic Soul. Even though Backpack, I'm sure, would have been better. Oh, shit! Gotta remember, everything's faster, too. Battery. I won't say no to a battery. I won't, like, usually actively pick it. Of course, it had to be the exploding fuckers. Explodey spiders. Explodey spiders are us. Ooh. Ah! Fuck. Well, it took until this difficulty to actually kill me before I won. One change I would ask of the dev, please include a restart button for, like, non-challenged tiers. Because believe it or not, the restart button is not on a normal tier. We'll play a normal tier on Desert as Sir Goofy after this run. Hold me to it. Because, like, challenge runs are great, but, like, there's only 2 more achievements that I'm missing related to doing challenge runs, and that's doing 30 challenges and 20 challenges. This is a chest pinata down here. Attack. Well, that was a lot of horizontal, not enough vertical to get over that rock. Oh, God. God, these goblins have like 12 HP. It's the worst. Oh, God. Oh, God. Sweet Jesus. Okay, quick damage. Ooh. Bigger sword that does more damage. Yep. Goblins had 12 HP. Ow. That's useful. What do you got? Golden Glove. I'm not gonna summon the challenge, actually. Normally, I just summon the challenge immediately. I believe I have proven my point as to why I didn't want to summon the challenge. Okay, what the fuck? Might be a bit hard. Alright, let's do a normal run. Instead of just a challenge run. Because that's not... One, it's not a good indicator. I don't know what my fiance just celebrated, but they celebrated something. Oh, they sneezed. Never mind. And also, the start of your game is not going to look like this, because Desert is a level that you have to unlock. It's the only other level in the game. Hopefully so far. And it is much bigger. Much, much bigger. Let me show you. We'll just do tier 1. So, oh, and you can hold down tab to see a map. But, yeah, it's also a lot more flat, and I think you can see why this level is a little bit more fun. It's broader, more horizontal than it is vertical. This one I don't have to take seriously, so hit me up with them difficulty. Make me take it seriously. Oh my god. Say less. Oh, and you can break the tumbleweeds. They're like pots. I'm not gonna hit it again. Kidding! Sword. Just right now, I don't want either Chunkers or the axe, and I don't want to reroll yet. Okay. Memery aside, I am not suicidal. I'm not hitting the difficulty plus a third time. Tactical glasses. Like 20% damage if they have 90% or more HP left. Yeah, that's... Also, what I'm doing is, like, probably not even the standard, crit damage. Oh my god. Oh, why you gotta make me choose? Let's preemptively get this, then. That's a sign. I really wanted to take either the revolver or the sniper rifle, but... no chance. Temptation to hit the green shrine is real, though. Also, zombies are falling on my head. Revolver! I missed that pot, but this is why this map is a little bit more fun. If I had to hazard a guess. You can just, like, slide for nearly forever doing that. Oh, but don't actually touch the cacti. They do hurt, and they will throw you away. Oh. Blood magic. But nope, movement tech still works. You don't need flat ground to do it, you just need good timing. But why movement tech when you can just slide everywhere? And, like, you also don't need to use the movement tech to, like, go up a hill. I say no to mines. Just again, because those work better if you've got duration, and I have no incentive to get duration. Because again, none of my stuff has duration tied to it. Most of the weapons actually don't. I think Chunkers has duration, Mines has duration, the Frost Boots have duration. And they all have duration for slightly different reasons. Because, like, for the Frost Boots, it's not duration of, like, the attack length. It's duration as in, hey, how long does that debuff you just gave the enemy last? For the mines, it's, hey, how long do the mines last? For Chunkers, it's, hey, how long are these floating rocks going to float around you? That kind of duration. Like, it kind of differs from weapon to weapon a little bit. Granted, mines and Chunkers, the floating rocks, have the same, or similar, at least, duration. Poison Flask also is duration-based. That's how long the poison will last. Though Damage Plus will change how much damage it does per tick. Hey, the bandit statue. You might think that the shrine, much like the bush in the forest, don't interact with it unless you're ready.
Ah, you!
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that.
Well, in a way, you say bless you because you expelled the demon. Oh. Is a sneeze not a celebration in a weird way? I see. Yes, the dishes in the dishwasher are clean. Yeah, I'll empty it after stream. I also want to pick up some of the mess around the house. Wireless dagger. Wireless dagger's fun. Motherfucking Mary Poppins, y'all. Projectile speed is typically a good synergy with that, but don't care for that. Because only the revolver is the other weapon that we have that cares about that. Need to get out of here. Chance. The revolver is actually a crit weapon. We actually have a shitload of projectiles, so Bloody Tongue's not a bad idea. And while we only have, like, a wireless dagger at the moment... Oh, I saw that. A bomb dropped. I'll help me get through the swarm. If I can reach it. I have to drag him away a little bit. Hey, blue shady guy. Leeching crystal. It's called a leeching crystal. Anyway, credit card. Credit card's one of those scaling items, but it scales for every chest that you open after you acquire it. And the credit card is plus 2.5%, or increased damage by 2.5% for every chest opened. It's not a lot by itself, because that requires 10 chests to open in order to go from 1 times crit, or 1 times damage to 1.25 times damage. But give it some time. Let it cook. That. Fresh. I'm going to do anything else. Let me cool down. So that way there's less time. Oh god! There we go. Also, something I've not mentioned at all at this point, I just love the fucking aesthetics of this game. Like, the way that every model moves, and how it's, like, not like every piece of their movement has a frame of animation, but it's, like, a little staggered. Like, you could tell me the developer or animator did that on purpose because they were just being fucking lazy. And they didn't want, like, they didn't want to do, like, every single in-between or whatever. So they did just, like, a couple of keyframes and called it a day. And I would say that this animation, the way that it's staggered and everything, still looks cool and amazing, and totally intentional. It's like, you can see it in the way that, like, Sir Oofy idles. You can see it in the way that the... we're just gonna do some base lifesteal. The way that this, like, mummy is moving. You can see it in the way that Sir Oofy is moving. Like, it just feels good aesthetic, like, animation-wise, and the game's aesthetics shit to match that. Like, this... Or a game that is basically a fucking meme. A lot of love and passion went into it, and I appreciate that. Quick chance. We have yet to find the boss portal, and we should find that soon, just so we know where it's at. Meanwhile, if we were on the forest map, I would have already found the boss portal and would just be plotting out when I'm going to open that sucker. It doesn't help that I haven't been taking this round super seriously. I'll do some HP regen. As a treat. Skullig! I call him Scully. We don't need another medikit, so we're going to do Forbidden Juice. Being yelled at by a cat. You have 45 minutes. Yeah, I know. I'll feed you after the stream. I promise. Ooh, movement sucks. Movement sucks are funny. Here we are. We got plus 1% more damage. Because we opened 4 chests. May not seem like a lot, but it can help us out a lot. Damn, where is this? You know what? Oh god! Grab the second swarm of scorpions. Yep, there we go. So none of the enemies in the forest had an on-hit effect. The desert has scorpions. If you get hit by a scorpion, you're poisoned. So, hey, did you want to know what it's like to be hit by poison? Well, the scorpions help you figure that out. That is a lot of scorpions. Sometimes I see that, and it gives me a little anxiety. So enemies can climb on top of one another. I'm sorry if you have arachnophobia. I should have given you a little bit of a better warning. Because I know scorpions can trigger arachnophobia. Because they are, arachnids from hell, basically. Even though they only have 6 legs instead of 8. But they're not too far from being related. Ah, Scorpionacy, how are you? There's no downside to me taking it. Oh, God! I don't think that was worth it. If we grab projectile count, grab blood magic again. By the way, if you get a kill with blood magic, there's like a 10% chance. I think it's actually like 1% chance. What is your percentage? 5% chance to increase max HP upon killing enemies. Increases it by 1. And that's if blood magic lands the kill. We're gonna do higher crit chance, more bounces. More bounces means more enemies hit, which means more chances for lifesteal. Attack speed. Damage. Actually, projectile count and damage. Yeah, pistols are like, the revolver is really low damage. Its strength is the number of bullets it spits out. Because, like, oh, each bullet does 5 damage. Each bullet does 5 damage. It is, by far, for a single target, the highest damaging weapon to start. Because that's 30 damage if you sink all of your bullets into one target. That's assuming that the auto-targeting is going to target one target. 13.4. 3% crits. So now we're up to about a coin flip. Don't say no to that. Where the hell is this? I assume it is in the southwest portion of the map. Oh, what a boring ass build if you look at the bottom of the screen with the items that I've got. Oh, grab the golden glove. No. Gotta go to the top. Do you mind? Yeah, the bosses of the desert have slightly more advanced attack patterns. That's also something I wanted to bring up. I am very chuffed that the enemies from the forest to the desert are not just effectively reused. Like, these are all different, like, animation skeletons and everything. Because, again, this game could have been, like, a really lazy, like Survivor-like, and instead it actually genuinely has a lot of passion and everything within it, and I'm not gonna lie, that's really, really inspiring in a way. Holy cheese, my beloved. Alright, little Anubis, come on. Though I will say, mayhaps Anubis shares a skeleton with the golem, but that would make sense. It's 2 humanoids. That's a little bit more excusable. He does not, however, have the same attack patterns. Blue Demonic Blade. He will fall like the rest, however. Kevin! Get out of here, Kevin. Ooh, I hate that attack. He's dead, so it doesn't matter. Alright, are you ready for potential Chaos Incarnate? Because I'm ready for potential Chaos Incarnate. Just as ready as I'm gonna be. Yes, yes, I hear you, Marnie. Let's up our crit chance to as high as it'll fucking go. We had a Ford. That's just doohickey. Gloves. I might like poison builds a little too much in this game. Well, in general, actually, poison is really fucking good no matter the game. Which is surprising that, like, in, say, Dark Souls or Elden Ring, I don't play a poison build more often, or bleed, for that matter, or, like, status ailments in general. I just like raw damage. But in games like this, where the idea is to survive as long as possible, yeah, I'm gonna use poison. What are you, crazy? Why wouldn't I? Ooh, things are gonna get a little crazy. I actually want to upgrade Bloody Tome as quickly as possible. Well, I'm not taking things seriously. I do want to see how long I can survive. That's always fun. Ghosts that are spawning in front of me are getting in my way. No, no. No, no. No, no. Help! I'm going this way now. Nope, I guess I'm going this way. Yeah! Oh, oh, oh. Oh, God. I need to attack faster. Let's go faster. Not that way. Or maybe this way, I don't know. Hey, I could have bought something from that guy. Oh, I'm going down here. Nope. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Whee! This looks comical. Rolling around at the speed of sound. These ghosts won't leave me alone. I've gotta go my own way. Help! Help! Help me! Not the sad me. Oh, God. Oh! We're not supposed to be here. Oh, 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 oh. Come on. Come on. Whee! Oh my God! That's my strategy, man! Let me out! Let me out! Help! No! Gotta get more lifesteal. Help me! Help! These ghosts are trying to smother me! Oh, it does not. Oh, it did not want me to level that up again. Uh-oh. They are really trying to smother me. They do not want me to survive. I mean, that's their whole point. That's their whole existence. But this is a little ridiculous. Help. The health bar. Oh, oh, oh. I'm free. Woohoo! Yeah! Oh, well. That is how stupid that could get. My God. Yes, Marnie? You have 35 minutes. Yes? I know. Time yet. So yeah, that's what a normal round looks like. Plus a little bit more of 4 minutes after the fact. So, you know. Just the shenanigans that you can pull is insane. Let's do a normal round. Wow, off the fucking... Legendary boost to something. Damage to elites. What are you selling so I can kind of plan around that? That would be so funny. Just do an idle build. It'd be so funny, but I'm gonna grab the Thunder Mitts. Clover. Do a refresh. Yeah, Hero Sword. Projectile count, quantity. Do something a little, and by a little, like not a lot different this time. Ooh, backpack, say less. We already got two, like, weapons that really like having, like, projectile quantity. Well, I would appreciate it if the Hero Sword tried to attack the Scorpions, thank you. Shotgun. Shotgun's weird. It does scale with projectile quantity, but not in the way that, like, it fires more times in a row. It's still double barrel. But, well, the number of pellets that come out of it. Like the one weapon that acts that way. So size, projectile quantity. We're gonna stay off Revolver. Where do you think you're going? That would just be funny. I haven't picked up the Corrupted Sword yet, but I do want the Lightning Staff instead. I mean, considering the size of the maps, maybe mobility and HP regen? There's a part of me that wants to take on multiple bosses, but there's also a part of me that's like, eh, why risk the runs like that? No! I hate that the tumbleweed can just go up a wall like that, because that's not how that works at all. Well, it might work that way. It depends on how strong the wind is, I suppose. God, now I think about it, it's been a while since I last saw a tumbleweed. In real life, anyway. Back where I used to live, like, you would see them on occasion. Because, like, shit, that's what you see in, like, the middle of a desert territory like that. Ooh, damage, though. Damage instead of movement speed or HP regen. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So quantity, size, damage, and movement speed. Because if our attacks are big, we want to get up close and personal almost immediately. Legendary microwave. I have no legendary items to speak of, let alone 2. Guess I'll try to change that. So the reason the Chaos Tome has been the bane of my fucking existence, why I don't like that these things reset so quickly when you leave them, to get the Chaos Tome, you have to play on Tier 3. Go through every map, activate every Power Shrine, without leaving the Power Shrine radius while you're charging it. That one's cute. It doesn't really work, but it's cute. The reason why that's such a big pain in the ass and why I fucking hate it is because enemies... Like, I don't know if you've noticed, but, like, the enemies are always approaching you. They want to eat you. They want to destroy you. And they do not care what you're doing. Ghost is fun. Whenever you interact with something like Stumbleweed, ghosts come out. What? But the enemies want to eat you? Well, they are the enemies. Aha! Quantity. Woo! Bonk. Damage. Projectile bounces with the lightning staff is not as valuable as just doing raw damage. Like, I could have picked up knockback, but, like, the shotgun has enough of that I don't really need to get a tome dedicated to that. Plus, knockback is good if you absolutely do not want to be touched. Beyond that, I mean, as you can see, you're pushing enemies further away from you. And because the only drop that magnetizes to you is money related, you have to run over and collect your EXP, and that's no bueno. Shotgun damage my below. Oh god. Yeah. I'm being booped, yeah? Size. Yes. Sir Oofy, a size king. Well. That could be bad. I would like to get out of this corner, please. Please? Please? Okay, I've escaped the corner. Although mummies are dropping on my head. So I don't know if things have improved. But unlike other Survivor games, this game, I don't think the bit rate's gonna get too bad unless you have, like, Quantity Tome level 15, and your revolver also has, like, plus 12 projectiles, and you also have, like, 5 backpacks. And you also have, like, wireless dagger, and, like, bananarang, and, like, the shotgun or something like that. Like, you need so many projectiles on screen. Damage. Oh, I should have done size. Size would have been good. Thundermits. So, now when I hit enemies, there's a chance that they will have an AoE of electricity around them. Now we just want the Agility Tome, which I've probably skipped over a few times at this point. I usually don't get it. This cat. Gold game. Our attacks are big, our damage is low. But we're meant to fire off a lot of big attacks. Ooh, turbo skates. The faster you move, the more attack speed you gain. That's got a lot of natural synergy with calcium. Not so much Sir Oomphy, or Sir Oofy. I call him Sir Oofy sometimes, because he's an Oomphy. There's a cactus enemy. We haven't seen him yet. That's funny. That's actually good. That was a good upgrade for the lightning staff. But yeah, these are the enemies they have to kill with thorn damage. Hey, running into them hurts. Dice Dome. Oh boy, still looking for that agility tome. Also, gotta look for that boss gate, because it's probably in the middle of the map based on the fact that... skeleton tumbleweeds. You've heard of skeleton wheels, now get ready for skeleton ball. That's the one thing I don't like so much about the desert map, is that... Okay, it might be just I'm failing to notice the detail of unexplored sections of map in this game. But when a part of the map is black, I assume it's not been explored, but apparently it's got more of a... Oh! That run was going so well. We don't got enough time for me to do another run. Sadly. But no, this is Megabonk. I don't believe it's terribly expensive either. Let me check really quick on Steam. Yeah, it's $10. $10 for a game with a shitload of genuine passion in there. That's got to be like an earlier version enemy. He might be doing some hopping tech. They want to be nominated at the best game you suck at. I'll have you know I do not suck at this game. Vetinad. I do not suck at this game. Alternatively, if you want to further support the game, you can also buy the soundtrack for $10, which... yeah, has every... has Calm Bonks, which I assume is the title screen music. 24 absolute bangers, composed and produced by Miguel Angel? I assume that's how you pronounce that. For Megabonk. Because... oh, there are credits. Helpful! Game design, producer, publisher, programming, artist, 3D artist. Me. Not me. But, like, the guy who actually made it. Who, on Steam is... or through Steam is called Vetinad. Music, Miguel, again... is that Angel, or is it meant to be Angel? The Steam art, Giovanni Film. Playtesters, Contacts, Nazieg, Richard Gaming, Taco Dragon, however you say that, Tycho, Duty, Actually Skeletor, Zed, Yoke, Nixian Guide, CG Nick, Roger, Math and Carnage, Buttadog, Saturn, I don't know, some dude. Allegard, font by Hewit Soy, meaning that, yep. Notice Hands by Google, license under the SIL Open Font License, version 1.1. Animation Mesh Baking Tool by Llama Academy, which it's there, so it's open source. Skill Icon Packs by Will Tice. Skill Icon Packs, or Skill Icons Pack by Quintino Pixels, so 2 icon packs. Icons, Pack, and Icons Packs. Foliage sprites by Kenny. Controller support rewired by Guavaman Enterprises. Steamworks.net by Riley Laberque. A mug model by Moy0210, Moy Dev. Cartoon Bunk sound effect by Hanna-Barbera, used under Creative Commons license 3.0 US. I didn't realize that was actually in Creative Commons. That's cool. Particle effect for UI particle by Mob Sakai. Desert Rock fixed pack. Yadro Games is licensed under Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 version. Stylized statue, Creative Commons. So there's a few assets that are lifted, but they are used with Creative Commons in mind. So they're, like, open, but have to cite them, obviously, but that's cool. Yeah, no, $10 for this game. That's not how this works. Thank you for the follow, Ari. Hopefully you've been having a good time. But, yeah. That'll do it for streams, since we only have, like, 8 minutes at this point, but... yeah, if you got $10 and you want to play a game that's got... how many hours do I have in this game? 100 hours plus of content. You could do worse than buying Megabonk. If you have $20, you could do worse than buying Megabonk and its OST. But yeah, folks, thank you very much for sticking around to the end of the stream. Your time is one of your most valuable resources, and I appreciate you spending even a minute of it here. Give me folks to ramble at, scream as shit happens and stuff flies across the screen in a game like Megabonk. And just generally have chill, good vibes. I have posted the schedule on my Discord, which you can type !Discord to find, in the chat as I yap and ramble and buy you time to do that if you are so curious. But yeah, this week, today was sort of just a game and day. I didn't know if I would spend the whole 2 hours playing Megabonk. I have, so there you go. Thursday is Thanksgiving. I don't know if I'm going to have the time to stream on that day, but we will see. Though I've basically penciled it in as not streaming. But if I decide to stream, don't be too surprised. But, you know, go spend time with your families and your friends if you got time to spend with them. Take the day to be thankful for them. Ignore all the atrocities that have been committed in the name of having that holiday. Or don't. I'm not your mom. Or your ancestors. Friday, I aim to do a productivity stream. Actually do some shit. Maybe video edit. Maybe just work more on Pathfinder. And then Sunday, if I do not procrastinate on grinding in Etrian Odyssey, we will continue Etrian Odyssey. If I do procrastinate, I'm going to skip that day again. Because I really should grind. And I don't think a whole day just grinding in that game, again, is going to be, you know, very good. But, yeah, other than that, folks, please remember you are always welcome here at Mana's Potion. I'll see you next time. Ooh, do I raid last minute? I don't have Twitch up. This is awkward. Usually I pick a raid target before I do this. Just consider it that, like, you've got more time if you want to, like, get on the Discord or whatever the fuck. Only a little awkward. Just a little. Yeah, of course, everybody's doing fucking Megabonk. There's like so many people I could raid. Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
He's a donut. I was like, what?
I was being booped by my fiance. I'm being booped again by my fiance. I know Capri Sun is playing Outer Wilds and is about to finish it. That's a tempting raid. Well. Gaijin Goomba with this Captain Wayne, which looks like a cool game. Describing it in the title as Pizza Tower meets Doom, which... yeah, no. Color me curious. Anyway. We're raiding Gaijin Goomba, who is an orc, presently. So, less of a Goomba, more of an orc. Anyway.